Welcome back and welcome to Coppermine Valley. Look at that. So it is a little bit of a departure from the usual videos I've been doing recently, the Hiking Wainwright series, but I really fancy doing a camp. So the mountain I'm going to go and camp on, or near to, is one that's quite often overlooked by a lot of the people doing the Wainwrights around here. They just pass it by completely. And the reason for that is Wainwright completely ignored it and discounted it and didn't even acknowledge it as being a peak worthy enough to be in his books. So what we'll do is we'll go up and we'll try and figure out why. Why did he leave it out? Because it really is quite a beautiful little peak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head in an easterly direction and get onto Weatherlam first and come back round and drop onto this mountain that's just not loved by anybody. Oh, it's very tempting to go in there and explore, but I'm going to keep on going up. I tell you what, it's not a warm day today, quite cold, but when you get out the wind and start going up, it gets very hot. Hey, Rudy. So as I mentioned, this is the Coppermine Valley by Coniston. So Coniston Village is down there. That's where I've parked. Isn't it gorgeous? It's probably not coming out so well in this camera, but there's so many interesting lumps and bumps here. You've got low water up there, you can't see it. You've got Kennel Crag here, you can't really see it. So the copper mines have been going since Queen Elizabeth I, perhaps even longer. That was when it was certainly industrialised. And she brought a whole lot of German engineers and miners and all that kind of stuff. I mean, despite all the old history here, it's still a real eyesore on the landscape, isn't it? This is Hull Rake, and if you carry on along this path straight ahead, you get a great view looking out towards Tilberthwaite, Loughrig, all that stuff. So as I gain a little bit more elevation, you can see the weather's going a little bit more wild and nasty. As you can see over towards the old man, it's putting it down more there. Yeah, it's cold. Still ice on the ground, look, little patches of it here and there. So I think where I'm going will be pretty cold. In terms of forecast, it's meant to be about -1 tonight, but it'll be a couple more degrees in the tent probably. I've got a nice new sleeping bag. In fact, I've got a whole load of new gear that I'll show you. Lovely, isn't it? Look at it. Raw beauty. Gorgeous. Right, let's get a bit further on to Weatherlam. That's Coniston water down there. Yeah, so it's kind of like snow. Very fine. But I'll tell you something, I'm glad it's falling as this and not rain, because it just bounces off. I hope it clears out later on. It could do. I mean, you might be able to see the little bits of blue through the cloud there, hopefully. I don't know if you can. So I brought the camera as well. In fact, I've actually brought quite a lot of luxury items on this trip. Way more than I should. I love that jumble of rocks there. That would make a really good photograph, actually. Okay, getting the first glimpse of Lever's water down there. And in a few seconds, should be able to see low water over there as well, towards the old man. And you know, the weather's changed again, so got blue sky up ahead there. All kinds of weirdness going on behind. You can see the ice and snow and everything moving off in that direction towards the bay. Some really nice light around, really nice light. Yeah, could get lucky tonight. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Not that kind of lucky. It's very still when you get behind the hill here. So the wind's coming from the north. So every time on the south side of it, it just gets really calm and lovely, actually. Look at the light out there towards Grisdale. Isn't that beautiful? Not that far to go, to be honest with you. The place I'm going to is right up ahead. I just love it around here. Kind of missed it because obviously we're doing these hiking the Wainwrights. All my time's been spent over on the Eastern Fells and the Far Eastern Fells. I haven't spent any time over here recently. Flippin' heck, it's looking nice out there, isn't it? This wasn't forecast. The forecast was cold and overcast, and that was it. And I was very close to not bringing my camera. I thought, well, what's the point? And I actually left a lens at home. Now I'm thinking, damn it, I should have brought all of them. Oh, now then, look at it down there. Yes, it's all starting to kick off now. Well, if it keeps on doing this afternoon, and into this evening, I'll be very happy indeed. Look at this now. Look at the light out there. That is gorgeous. Ooh, that's a nice little patch of light out there. I don't know if you can see that. I love this little tarnlet. And another semi-frozen tarnlet here. Oh, it's looking angry out towards the east. It actually looks like Mordor. Look at it. Alright, as I approach the summit of Weatherlam, which is just up here a bit further, that weather's moved in. I guess they're just spring showers, but falling as ice and snow, so yeah, it's not so bad. That's Weatherlam there. Now, I'm not going to go to the summit of that because I don't need to. Today's not about bagging Wainwrights or getting to the summit of anything. I've been up there lots and lots and lots of times, and I'll be going back up there again on the season 4 of hiking the Wainwrights, the Southern Fells. So yeah, I'll leave that one. I want to get over to where I'm heading, that mysterious, unloved, forgotten fell, just over here. It's looking so wild and gnarly back there now towards the Old Man. Some wonderful light out towards the east now. You can see Loughrig here in the foreground, Loughrig town as well. Just so many different layers of mountains, beautiful. That's looking nice, isn't it? All this weather coming in. So atmospheric when it does this. I really love it. Really, really love it. That is looking absolutely incredible out towards the Langdale Pikes. Pike Stickle, Pike of Blisco here in the foreground. Some amazing weather going on. And then obviously out towards Helvellyn there, kind of just so make it out. But now at the saddle between Weatherlam and Swirl House, which is up there, and great cars and what have you. But the bump where I'm going to now, that no one ever goes to, is just here. So I've branched off a little bit. I'm going to head up to the summit there. Well, it is kicking off big time over there now. I can't quite believe what I'm seeing. All the lights changed. Pike of Blisco's lit up. Coal Pike just here starting to get lit up. Crinkle Crag is having all the clouds pulled back from it. Ah, beautiful. And obviously the Scafell's right there as well. Nice lateral view. Right, I want to get up here. I want to ditch this bag because it's just doing my head in. It's so heavy because of all my unnecessary stuff that I've brought. I want to get it off, get the tent up. Actually, no, maybe just leave it all there for now, and then get back over here and get some shots because it's looking, well, I mean, look at it. Oh, God. Some incredible light on Weatherlam now. Incredible. Oh wow, what a treat. Look at that view. Okay, here we are on the summit of Black Sails. Look at that view. Wow, that is an incredible view. Made even more so by this light, but it's also amazing down towards Levers Water as well. Look at that. And Coniston. Wainwright chose to not include this place in his guidebooks. Why? What was he thinking? I mean, look at it. It's absolutely stunning in every single direction. The vast majority of people just skirt by from Weatherlam over to Swirl Howe or back down to Levers Water. They give it a miss. It's so strange because it is beautiful. But boy, is it windy. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to drop down, get out of that wind. Oh, see, straight away. That feels so much better already. Right, I've just dropped down from the summit there. As I said, it was so windy up there, really cold and windy. And I've been just darting backwards and forwards here, trying to find somewhere out of the wind. The wind just keeps coming from all directions. It's really odd. You can see it's still windy here. So I think what I'm going to do, I've dropped down a little way and onto the ridge that I'll be taking down tomorrow morning. This is a beautiful ridge, by the way. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to pick this area here as a pretty good place to pitch the tent. Fairly flat-ish. And I'm going to get right up behind this rock here and hopefully get a little bit of shelter from this wind. And have the back of the tent that way as well. So yeah, should be all right. Let's get the tent up. Okay, tent is up, as you can see. Whew, I have low confidence that is going to remain there tonight. It is so windy now, really, really windy. I just hope, yeah, it doesn't get blown away and end up with Lever's water with me in it. Right, my hands are freezing. Let's get the gear inside. I'll get rugged up a little bit and crack a beer open. Hey, sun's coming out. Things are picking up. I mean, not that it went down, but God, my fingers have gone really cold. Really, really cold. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, I can smell coffee. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's so much better. And I'm a bit worried, actually, that my head might be slightly lower than my legs in this position. I might have to end up sleeping with my head on that side. Okay, I'm all set up. Everything's unpacked. And it's absolutely freezing. I don't know how long it'll be to stand outside here. This is my fridge, by the way, to kind of give you a little bit of a tour of the camp. My fridge, because it is so cold, might actually just move them back into the tent now. Oh no! I'm a beer down. I can't believe it. I think I just clonked it down that rock a little bit hard. Kind of feels so cold. It's too cold to have beer. It's the last thing I want. I kind of feel like getting a brew on, and I might do. I might drink that beer and then get a brew on, get more layers on. I think all the light's gone now though, it's a real shame, and I really can't be bothered running back up towards the top to go and have a look at the other side, because I think it's all gone. A bit flat, I don't know, I might do, I might have a run up there, get some heat going. Actually I think I will. But first I'll give you a little tour of what I've got going on in here and the new bits of gear that I've got. Okay, first of all, the tent. This is the Terra Nova Voyager, and I've had this a few years now. I bought this for my mountain leader training I did a few years ago, back in 2019. It's a good tent, good 4-season tent, so it should hold up to any kind of weather that's thrown at it tonight. We'll see. I hope it does. So let's go inside, let's go and have a look. So, new sleeping bag. This is the Rab Neutrino 400. It's a 3-season bag, and yeah, should keep me warm enough tonight. It's supposed to drop down to -1 outside, but it won't be that cold in here. I've got a nice little pillow here. Sick and tired of not having a pillow. And I've got a new sleeping mat as well. This is the X-Ped Ultra 3R Long. Now it only just and so fits in this tent. This tent is a bit of a squeeze for me, to be honest with you. I'm 6'2", and I can just and so fit in it, and so can this, just and so. So it is a bit of a squeeze lengthways, but yeah, as you can see, stacks of room here on this side, which is handy for all my camera gear and all that kind of stuff. And that is not a bad view, is it? Not bad at all. That's the Old Man right there. Old Man, Brimfell. It goes right over to Swirl How here. Right, I'm gonna have a little run up to the top again. I mean, it's not far, it's only up here with my busted can of beer. I'll tell you something, there's some beautiful little patches of light out towards Grisdale. Isn't that a cool tent? Love it. Yeah, temperature has dropped a lot just in the last 30 minutes or so. That's the trouble with alcohol though. Alcohol is not good for your body temperature, it makes you cold. So it was a good idea when I was back down at home. It seems like a bad idea now. I think I'll put my hood up because my hat just keeps sliding forward. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely and warm. Right, I'm going to crack this open. Come on. This is a Steve Wallace Step 2. Okay, cheers. Yeah, it's half empty. Look at this drop. This is Red Dell down here. Lovely spot. It's windy. Well, there's certainly some very interesting light out towards Scarfells and the Crinkles there, but I don't think it's shot worthy really. It's so wild, it's so rugged and unforgiving. It doesn't care if I'm here, it doesn't care if I die or anything, you know, it's just here doing its thing. I have to warn you, by the way, when I have a couple of beers I do start to talk absolute gibberish, even more than normal. Hey, it might kick off. Got all that blue sky. So all that gap in the cloud there is going to move in a westerly direction, which it is. Wow, it's looking all right actually, you know, over there in the rest of the park. Wow. Yeah, watch and wait. I think that's what I'll do. Just keep an eye on things and work out how the hell I get back down to the tent. Okay, heading back up because all this blue sky has moved over towards where the sun is dropping. So yeah, could get some incredible holes in the sky and some light coming through. It's like a wind tunnel coming down this bit here. Whew. Oh wow, this might pay off because that's looking over towards Helvellyn. Look at the light. You know, I've not brought my tripod. I was going to bring it and I thought, I'm already carrying way too much weight. Some of it very unnecessary as well. I still need to show you that. Besides the beer. Right, let's get up here, look. This is like another planet, isn't it? It really is. When you get this kind of light, it's beautiful. Very, very special indeed to be here alone as well. Everybody's gone home. And it's at this time of day. Flipping heck, look at Fairfield. Right, camera, that's incredible. See a little bit of Bleetan down there as well, I don't know if you can see that. Tiny bit of it. And you've got Red Tarn here, which is between Pike of Blisco and Cold Pike. Oh, starting to get a bit of light on the pikes now. This is what I was hoping for. So the light's moving off from Helvellyn, starting to touch the pikes. Well, I think that's it. I think nothing else is going to happen now, because if you look out to the west, you can see this really thick cloud right on the horizon. So I think the sun has dropped below that. Tiny little bits of light over that way, but yeah, it's gone. The next round of horrible weather is coming in. You can see the snow coming in. So I'm going to head back to the tent. That's okay. Clumsy. That wasn't the beer, by the way. I've only drunk about half of that can. It's got so cold. Going to get some scran on and a brew on because it is cold. Let's get in the tent. One of the things I love about this tent is the fact that you can bring the door down from the top, so you can zip it up from the bottom, but you can also zip it up from the top and have a nice little window, you know. It's great, isn't it? Love it. Oh, it's looking grim out there now. So the first luxury item I bought was, as you've already seen, a couple of beers. The second one was actually a bit of a mistake buy. I was supposed to get a smaller gas canister and end up getting this hoofing thing that doesn't actually fit inside the jet boil. So they fit inside here, you see. And this one's just, well, massive. Right, let's get some hot water going. I've got another beer on. I was going to get a brew, but actually started to warm up when I got back in here, so it's just carry on with the beer, why not? And tonight's menu, chili con carne. I do like this, I've had it a few times. Get some water in there. Oh, the temperature's dropped quite a lot. Cheers, by the way. Okay, we're on. Let's have a look. I've got no idea which line is supposed to go up to. There's several, and I can't work it out, so I'm just going to guess. It always looks a little bit like congealed vomit, but it don't have to taste good. I've also got another minor disaster going on. I couldn't find my spork earlier on, so I've had to kind of bring a little wooden spoon with me. Right, I'm going to seal that up. Give it 10 minutes or something like that. I might shove it in my sleeping bag actually, inside a dry bag, because I don't want any disasters. Perfect. Oh, just enough. What a great view. That is incredible. I would show you, but all you'll see is just blackness. These are really good, by the way. These are the Nalgene bottles. And I bought 2 of them before I went to Nepal back in 2019. And what they do is, each night when we got in from trekking, they'd pass them over to the Sherpas, and they would then boil up the water for the next day, fill these up for us. We'd go and collect them later on and stick them in our sleeping bags. So pretty much hot water bottles throughout the night. And in the morning, when they'd cooled off, they were ready to drink. Get your chops around that. That's pretty good. I mean, they're not cheap. It's like a tenner, but you know, to sit and look at that view here in the best room in the Lake District, I think is a small price to pay. I'm going to eat this, and then we'll get in and get close it up. We'll get closed it up. Okay, as I suspected, there is a slight slope on this tent. And my head normally should be that end, but if I sleep that way I'll end up just blood pooling in my head, so I'll sleep the other way around. It's a little bit tight down here, but it'll be fine, I've done it before. On to the other luxury item. I brought a Kindle and I'm going to watch a film. Sunset's at 5:30 at the moment, and that's a lot of time in the dark. So I'll say goodnight now, and I'm just going to watch a film till I fall asleep. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning. It's crazy out there. I keep getting really big gusts of wind. I've swapped ends, by the way. I've moved back to the normal way because it's just too drafty down there. It's really drafty where you are right now. I'm kind of thinking, should I go out and check the tent and make sure it's all pegged down alright still, but it's really cold as well. I just can't be bothered getting out of the sleeping bag. It is very cold. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. It's getting very windy now. This isn't so bad. It's every now and then it just goes absolutely crazy. Like there's someone out there shaking it. I just don't want my tent to rip. I don't want it to blow away. I don't think it's forecast to let up, and it's just after midnight. I think it's going to be like this all the way through to the morning. I've had no sleep. I don't think I'm going to have any sleep. Right, I'm going to try and get some sleep, and I'll report back. Maybe in a few hours. We'll see. See how it goes. Morning. It's not stopped flapping all night. I'm still here, I think. 6:52, so sunrise is in about 15 minutes. see a little bit of light out there. Let's have a look. Got a bit of daylight. Ooh. A bit of frost as well. Inside the tent. Oh, it doesn't look inviting out there, does it, at all? Not one bit. But I'm going to get dressed now and get really rubbed up, get a coffee on. Oh, the grass gets everywhere. It is absolutely freezing out there. Freezing. It's supposed to be around about 0 degrees, but with the wind, it's about -12, I think they said on the weather. So it feels like -12, and boy, does it feel like -12. I just went out there for a quick wee. I thought my fingers were going to fall off. I also thought something else was going to fall off as well. Okay. Grass, go away. Ruined me hot chocky last night. I think my clicker's gone. There we go. We're on. Oh, just want that coffee. Yeah, not much of a sunrise this morning. Very cloudy. Not really worthy of a shot, I don't think. Maybe it is. But that sleeping bag and the sleeping mat, yeah, very good. Very good indeed. I mean, as you can see, it was very cold last night and I was really toasty in there. It took a while to get warm, but once I did, yeah, that was it. Stayed warm all night. There's actually light on Swirl How now. Brown cow. I think what I'll do is I'll grab this coffee and just kind of keep an eye on what's going to go on here, because yeah, there's varying levels of cloud and blue sky, so anything could happen. Oh yeah. Let's have a look. Grass, go away. It's looking all right out there now, you know. I mean, it's cold, but light-wise, let me just brew this coffee and I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice, isn't it? It's looking really, really nice out towards Windermere there. Absolutely beautiful, but very hazy. Yeah, let me spin you around. That's great cars there with a little bit of sunlight on it. I think I'm going to make tracks now because it's about 8:30 actually. Well beyond breakfast time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack the tent away and slowly make my way back down this ridge here. The one I mentioned yesterday. It's a really, really beautiful ridge actually, loads of weird rock formations, so we'll go and check those out and heading down towards Lever's Water, and from there I'm going to go and have a look at some waterfalls and I'll show you those. They're really, really nice, and at that point I'll decide whether or not I can be bothered going to the pudding stone because it's kind of round and up a little bit and yeah, ready for me brekkie. So yeah, let's get it packed away and I'll catch up with you in a sec. Okay, all good. Right, all packed up, ready to go. Just check the site there, leave no trace as always. Not a bad spot that at all, not bad. Slightly sloping the wrong way, but you know, you can't have everything. Let's get down the ridge, like I said a minute ago. I've got all the layers on at the moment because it's so cold and I feel just right. I know as soon as I get going down here and get a bit of heat going, I'm probably going to end up overheating and having to strip off. And as soon as you drop out the wind, actually this would have been a good spot. Yeah, it's absolutely no wind. Although that said, the wind did change direction last night from north to east, and that's why this morning, you might have seen it in the video, the wind was bashing the side of the tent a little bit, so yeah, it wasn't great. But last night it was coming straight down here like a wind tunnel. Look, honestly, look at this view. Look at it. What a beautiful path this is. Honestly, I love it down here. I love this ridge. If you've never done it, never walked up it or down it, come and do it. It's pretty breathtaking, actually. You know, if you've never done wild camping before, I do strongly recommend it. It's such a fantastic experience and a really great way to feel a part of nature, just for a short while, you know. I mean, obviously, getting out and walking in these environments gives you that as well. But going to sleep and waking up here, yeah, it's very, very special indeed. It's a little bit of a cliche, but it is soul cleansing. It does feel like it cleanses your soul a little bit. And I just wonder if that is because we are creatures of the earth. You know, we've evolved with this planet. But for some reason, you know, in modern times, we've drifted away from it and lost that connection. And I think when you come to these sorts of places and you reconnect, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like going back to the roots. Like the roots are going back in and you're connecting back to the origin. I don't know if I'm making any sense whatsoever, but you know, we evolved in this environment, on this planet, with nature, not apart from it. So coming here and wild camping, walking, whatever, spending time in nature, it really does fill you up. I'd just like to point out that I had about an hour's sleep last night, so if that didn't make any sense whatsoever, that's why. But hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. Look at that light. That is lovely. Absolutely. There's Raven Tor there, that rounded bit. So as you can see, there's lots of interesting rock formations around here, like this big boulder here, and a bit further down, some strange angled rocks that just look amazing. Some beautiful light over there, look. That's very nice. And it's fleeting. By the time I get my camera out, it's gone. See this little town that's frozen over. Only a thin layer of ice, but still just kind of demonstrates how cold it was last night. Nice, isn't it? Isn't this lovely? That is actually my kind of shot as well, you know. Typically. I love that. I love the dark shadows, the light, and also the dark cloud as well. No blue sky, that's always a bonus. Okay, so just looking back up the ridge. So I camped right up there, just below the summit. Okay, these are some of the weird rock formations I was talking about. Interesting. I mean, you can see the layers of each volcanic eruption here. I think this is tuff. It might even be welded tuff. Not too sure. Welded tuff is like ash mixed in with the sedimentary rock and that kind of stuff, I think. A bit rusty on that. But yeah, interesting, isn't it? Look at that for a leading line, you know. Off to that incredible view. It's almost like a shark's dorsal fin. Love it, but I love these lines. I mean, we're talking millions of years there, probably between each eruption. It's kind of mind-blowing, isn't it? And it's all over here. There's lots of different, it's not just this particular rock. Oh God. Look at it back up towards the ridge now. All these rocks down here. I'm trying to remember if, in fact, the one I'm walking on right now, look. And I guess, you know, as plates have shifted and there's been that uplift of all these different layers have all shifted up in different angles and shot up, and that's why they're all sticking out at weird, interesting photographically beautiful angles. Look at this. It's like the radiator of a car or something, you know, when you're inside of it. Yeah, this place is a geologist's and a photographer's paradise. In fact, if there's any geologists amongst you, I mean, I'm just kind of, you know, well, an amateur enthusiast maybe that gets everything wrong. But yeah, if there's any experts out there, tell me what that is. I reckon another 5 to 10 minutes and we'll be down at the dam there. All right, here we are at Levers Water. Doesn't take long at all. I must admit, there's not as much water as I thought there would be. I thought the water would have been going over the top of the dam or the wee or whatever the hell this thing is here. Poet. Lovely jubbly. Look at this light. Honestly. Incredible. So you can't actually see where I was last night now. It's way beyond. It's kind of almost as high. Well, it'd be the similar height to that, but behind this lump here. So this is Levers Water Beck. Pretty obvious actually, because it's coming out of Levers Water. And then it turns into Levers Water Falls. And we're going to stand at the top of those falls right now. Let's have a look. So what I'll do is I'll head over there. It's a bit squelchy around there, if I remember rightly. And down, and we'll have a look back up towards it. See, that there's a nice view, isn't it, or photograph. You know, you've got the waterfall and you've got the mountain in the background there up towards Swirl How. That's lovely. Really, really nice. And it just carries on around here. Let's go and follow it a little bit more. Oh, that sun's warm. It's too warm. Yeah, this is a massive drop here, so I think what I'll do is get back on the track there and look back on here. We'll be able to see it quite clearly. Look at that. Isn't that lovely though? Wow. And so easy to get to. You can just walk in from the village, walk up the Copper Mines Valley, up the track to Levers Water. Here you are. So yeah, I think I'm going to give the pudding stone a miss because I'm really hungry. So I think, yeah, it'd be nice just to get down and see if I can find somewhere to get some breakfast. I'm thinking and I'm hoping the Herdwick Cafe in Coniston, but I don't know if it's open on a Sunday. I don't know if it's like just a weekday thing. I'll go and see, go and find out. Well, it's turned out to be a beautiful day. It actually feels like spring. And I can hear a buzzard up there somewhere. Well, I don't know why I'm showing you. You won't be able to see it. I can't even see it. Yeah, lovely, lovely spring morning. Life doesn't get much better than this. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you.